evening, everyone. I feel like crying. And welcome to our final show. As the sun dips below the fairgrounds and the sounds of Earth, Wind, and Fire and Trombone Shorty echo across the crowds, it's hard to believe Jazzfest 2026 is coming to a close. But we aren't done feasting just yet. For our final send-off, Ian McNulty is taking us into the history of the iconic crawfish sacks. Jill and Laura return to sample the famous Vaucresson sausage, and we are making our traditional post-fest pilgrimage to wrap things up at Liuzza's by the track. NOLA.com Live at Jazzfest is brought to you by Explore Louisiana, who invites you to feed your soul by planning your Louisiana trip at ExploreLouisiana.com. And New Orleans & Company, who have curated your next NOLA visit at NewOrleans.com. Let's finish strong.
So this is one of my favorite dishes at Jazzfest. It's from Peyton's Caterers in Slidell. It's been out here for years and years. And when you see somebody walking through the festival with this, you just watch all the heads turn, right? Like, what is that? Where did you get it? And let me ask that one more time. What is it? This is the combo plate. You can get each of these items individually from the stand over at Food Area 1. But I like to get it all. I mean, this looks like you've just gone through a Louisiana family buffet, right? Yeah. With some serious cooks. So we'll break it down one at a time. We've got shrimp beignets. These are not your Cafe Du Monde beignets with powdered sugar. No, ma'am. These have shrimp in them, savory seasonings, and some remoulade sauce on top. The oyster patty, this biscuit-looking thing here. This is a puff pastry shell, a vol au vent, they call it at the grocery stores, which is popped open. The little lid's been taken off here, and you can see oyster stew on the inside. And then, my personal favorite, Kelsey, this is the crawfish sack.
Yum.
It's sort of like a beggar's purse of pastry dough filled with a crawfish etouffee, and I love this part. You see where it's tied up right here?
Yeah.
It's tied with a green onion that they've fried.
Whoa, okay.
So picture
the attention to detail.
Just picture them back there tying each one of these things. Look at all the ruffles of crunch.
I know, it's beautiful.
On there. I can't wait to dig in.
Me too.
Let's start with a beignet.
Let's do it. Oh my god.
All right.
Whoa.
Now that's just your appetizer. It's peppery. You have that sweet shrimp flavor in there. Nice rich sauce.
That's amazing.
Now, there's really not a delicate way to do this. There's no point in being demure around Jazzfest food.
You go for it.
Yeah, so you just rip that open. You find those oysters in there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that fat oyster. Pick up some of the shell, pastry shell like that.
So good.
I stole the best bite. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, whoa.
And now for this one. You like that, huh? I'm afraid.
So good.
Forks to the side for this one.
Okay.
I've not found another way to eat this better than just picking it up and taking a bite. But I'm going to let you do the honors on this one.
I'll do the honors?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Right? It's not the most delicate thing, but these are just flavor bombs. You come in here and get some more of that roux gravy down there with the crawfish. It's like crawfish etouffee stuffed into fried pastry shell with more of the etouffee around the sides.
I mean, it really is a sack of crawfish.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and it's all over me. I don't have a napkin. Oh, I do.
We live off the land out here, Kelsey.
I do. I mean, look, you're at Jazzfest. You got to be okay with getting a little messy, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's some people use sunscreen. We use remoulade.
Yeah. Who needs sunscreen when you have a bunch of gravy and crawfish and?
Yeah, the SPF factor on crawfish bisque is pretty strong.
I'm gonna take another bite of this beignet.
Hey, go for it.
That's a must try.
Yep, this is a must try dish. This is the combo from Patton's Catering, Food Area 1. You can get any of these individually, and you can also customize it. You want 2 crawfish sacks and some beignets? I'll do that for you. You want all 3, your plate filled just the crawfish sacks so you can share with friends? They'll do it for you too.
Amazing. I love versatility.
Well, I'm glad you get to experience this dish. Always been one of my favorites, and it's a delight to share it with someone new for the first time.
Hi, I'm Billy Nungesser, Lieutenant Governor of the great state of Louisiana, and we're about to kick off a great day at the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival. This festival puts Louisiana food, music, and culture center stage. There's nothing like it anywhere. I hope you have a great time and get inspired to come back and experience all Louisiana has to offer. Visit ExploreLouisiana.com to plan a trip of a lifetime where you can feed your soul.
Last afternoon and evening of Jazzfest, and the weather is definitely cooperating. If you are hanging around for Trombone Shorty or Earth, Wind, and Fire, the weather is definitely cooperating. Beautiful skies this afternoon or become clear skies this evening. Temperatures are once again falling into the 60s. It's going to be a really nice night. Hey, this forecast brought to you by Entergy, powering our culture-rich home for more than 100 years.
So you like things curated with a little extra care? Good. This city doesn't do ordinary. It does unforgettable. A little indulgence? Of course, you've earned it. Culture? We wrote the book. Where dinner is more than a meal, it's an experience. And music? Oh, it finds you. This is New Orleans, curated for you. Get started at NewOrleans.com.
Hey, New Orleans, I'm Casey Bubnash with NOLA.com. I'm here with our Jazz Fester of the day. Tell us your name, age, and where you're from.
Hello, my name is Nandi. I'm 48 from Washington, D.C. by way of New York. Shout out to New York.
Where from in New York originally?
Harlem, uptown, baby, uptown Harlem.
And I heard it's your first time. What do you think so far of Jazz Fest?
Oh my gosh. So I have been to plenty festivals in my life. New York actually features some of the most amazing festivals that I've grown up and gone to. And this definitely matches the level of festivals that I like to experience. So we're talking about amazing food, top tier artistry, top tier like fashion. I like to look cool, so people ask me where I shop, and I'm a festival shopper. And this one is a really, really great quality find, like jewelry, purses, hats, you name it. The music is on point. What's funky? We're in New Orleans, so it's the capital of art, culture, Black culture, Black history. I mean, it's a lot. Food, amazing. I love the way that everything has been organized, and I'm here with artist friends, so they are presenting art. So I have that view as well. They've been very accommodating, and just everybody's just having fun.
Yes. So I was going to ask, tell us about your outfit. I love your skirt so much.
Oh my gosh. So I've had this outfit this is like an Amazon find because it goes with everything, right? But this is like from Anthropologie, like 2010. And I just hold on to my stuff, take care of it. And I was like, this is going to be a nice, cool, breezy. And I've got it tied up because I'm hiding out, just it's kind of dragging. I don't want to keep my train dirty. So I just got it up.
Right. Okay, tell me, what's your favorite food that you've had so far here?
The shrimp po' boy, fried shrimp po' boy girl over here.
Yes. Okay, awesome. Well, there you have it, New Orleans. That's our Jazz Fester of the day. Thanks so much.
In my Louisiana, sunrise means fresh seafood on the table.
My Louisiana, every meal is a celebration.
My Louisiana really makes me wonder.
Ours is fast!
With real-life swamp creatures!
In my Louisiana, music is a way of life.
My Louisiana is sheer magic, from sun up to sundown.
Till sunup again. What will your Louisiana be?
When you find your Louisiana, you feed your soul.
Just south of Lafayette, New Iberia offers a soulful escape into the heart of Louisiana's sugar and spice country. It's a place where the moss-draped bayous and legendary history create a genuine experience you won't find anywhere else. Spend your morning on Avery Island, the world-famous home of Tabasco. After seeing how the iconic spice is made at the factory, sample some sauces and Cajun cooking at Restaurant 1868. Then, find your soul reset among the ancient oaks of the Jungle Gardens, where the natural beauty is as spirited as the sauce. Wrap up your adventure with a walk through downtown New Iberia. Explore the curated finds at the Blue Butterfly Boutique, then head to the Cane River Pecan Company Pie Bar for a spirited dessert that's pure Louisiana sweetness. From the historic architecture along the Bayou Teche to the neighborly charm of Main Street, this district is a colorful tribute to our state's enduring spirit. Ready to add a little spice to your life? Plan your New Iberia adventure at ExploreLouisiana.com.
I'm Doug McCash. I'm with NOLA.com and the Times-Picayune, and one of the great things about Jazzfest is you never know what you're going to run into. For instance, we just ran into Rashane Bug Drummond, a Jamaican sign maker who was fixing to begin one of his signs, and it's fascinating to watch him work. So tell me about your signs. Who do you make signs for?
I make signs for just about anybody. You know, I make signs for from the unborn to the dead, because in Jamaica, I paint like a lot of graves and stuff like that, and we do like like baby showers and stuff like that. So, you know, from the cradle to the grave. You know, that's my clientele. I paint for the rich, the poor, and the in-between.
Well, I'm curious, like, how would you use a sign at a graveside?
All right, so I always say Jamaicans can be like modern Egyptians. They want their graves to be decorated, you know?
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
So, like, what would a sign say? It would have.
No, it's not really a sign. It's just who the person was and what did they enjoy life doing. You know, I paint like bikes, cars, trucks, tools, stuff like that. I had a friend of mine died once, and he was an artist, so I had to be painting like paintbrushes and easels and stuff like that in his grave.
Yeah. Memorial. What are you painting now?
I'm actually painting a sign for a fan that hit me up on Instagram saying that he wants to surprise this lady with a sign, and it should be colorful and stuff like that. So I visited her page and I got a few inspirations off of it.
And what are you going to say on the sign?
I have to actually look. All right, so on the Instagram, you know, a lot of people just DM me and they be wanting something like, yeah, so it's subtropical soul.
I like it. Years and years ago, I got to see Peter Tosh.
Yeah. That's a blessing.
It was.
That's a blessing. Me and Peter, we're actually from the same parish.
Is that right?
Yeah. Peter's from Westmoreland and I'm from Westmoreland. Yeah, in Jamaica. So I pass his mausoleum, you know, on Sundays to go play basketball.
No kid. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Peter. So what I like to do, if you notice, like my type of style, even the backgrounds and the artwork.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's not just flat on colors. Sometimes I do faded. You know, we can get from the faded. Like I try to incorporate whatever stories I'm telling. So, you know, there's a natural mystic blowing through the air, like Bob Marley. So sure. I try to go with, you know, sky colors, you know, and then Bob Marley said, my richness is life forever. So what I try to do is I try to put some Rasta color in, you know, and that's from Dennis Brown. And, you know, come with love and not hatred, that's actually a Rasta thing. So we incorporate like the whole Rasta flavor into signs, you know, when we're kind of telling the artist story. And love and hate can never be friends. That's like a true Jamaican thing. So that's why it's like Jamaica right on there. You know, so that's how I do signs.
You know what I like? I like the overspray.
The overspray.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. So, all right, what we do is we start with a black background, and then we do all white writing. And then we use neon spray, because neon spray, it don't really cut out the black color on the background. So that's why we use that. This is the painting that actually got me famous. You know, that's what got me famous. So when I paint bottles, I do the labels upside down. You know, and a lot of people think it's controversial. They're like, is it right side up or upside down? And I'm like, it depends on your perspective. You know, you can be drinking or you can be just looking at it. Yeah, that's just my style, you know. And the smaller one, I normally paint this in green. I call that the kryptonite. You know, that make you weak. Yeah, it's like that. This is, we call this Ludi. In Jamaica, we call it Ludi. And as I just said, we hate to waste stuff. So on the back of it, we got the checkers. So it's like 2 for 1, you know. So if you don't like the Ludi game, Or if you're a fan of chess, you know you can be playing chess whenever you're not playing Ludi. And this is a typical Jamaican board. Like you go to Jamaica, you see that on every street corner. Every street corner you're gonna see that on. It's very competitive. It's like either Ludi in Jamaica or Domino.
I gotta go sometimes. Been nice meeting you, Bugs.
All right.
You let us bug you.
Don't worry about that.
All right,
I'm here.
Have a nice Jazz
All
Fest.
right, take care of yourself.
See you, Bud.
Bless you.
Hi, I'm Jill.
And I'm Laura.
And we're with NOLA.com and Times Picayune. We are here today at Jazzfest trying out some of the most iconic food. And where are we starting?
We're going to start with the hot sausage po' boy. Definitely, I don't know if it gets more iconic than that.
I don't think so. Go croissant. We're coming in. We're going to see what it's all about.
And what better to pair our lunch with than a strawberry lemonade spiked with some Tito's?
I'll take it. I'll take it. We're making the food and beverage tour.
There you go. Yep.
Hi. Hi. We would like 2 of the hot sausage po' boys, please. All right.
The Bokersan hot sausage po' boy, it's actually one of the oldest vendors here at Jazzfest, so definitely one of the more iconic dishes you can try. You can see all the nice seasoning in there with the lettuce and the tomato and everything, so yeah.
I'm excited.
Try. Yep.
Cheers.
It's almost like a hot dog, but
with some good stuff on the inside.
The Cajun spices really bring out the po' boy aspect, like the Louisiana flavors of it.
The bread is on point, and then with
really
the lettuce and the tomato, and I think it's mayonnaise. Yes,
really
you cannot
good.
go wrong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hello. Hi. Okay. Oh. Wait, why didn't you ask to see mine?
I want yours.
Oh, okay.
You do that bad.
Okay.
I'm gonna even tell you stop giving your card to people at church.
Excited about this. The sausage po' boy from the walk to here, it was lovely, but it's gone.
Yeah, it did not survive the walkover. So we did have to go ahead and get our Tito's strawberry lemonades without lunch.
Down. Absolutely.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's what Jazzfest is
all
all about.
Cheers. Oh my God.
Wow.
I mean, you can't come and not get it, people. You cannot come and not get it. Other people are going to sell it maybe around the festival, but here's where you got to come and you find the Lord at the gospel tent. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, so I mean, this is strawberry lemonade. I mean, I don't even have to get it alcoholic. Just the drink alone is fantastic. And
but who doesn't like our friends from Texas with Tito's?
There we go. There you go. There you go. No, it's delicious. So yeah, no, like Gil said, I mean, you can find these at the little wine and cocktail tents around, or we're right here at the gospel tent, and that's where I always like to go to get it. And then I think there might be one more at Congo Square. So lots of options. Yep.
Absolutely.
Well, cheers.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Hannah Levitin from the Times Picayune, and I'm here with Gerard Mouton, the New Orleans Jazz Fest photographer. Gerard, thank you so much for being on our show. You have quite the portfolio. I am taking a look at these stacks of, kind of walk me through how you used to, laminate and organize everything you were taking.
Well, excuse me, those pictures were taken during the time we used film photography. And that was from 87. I think the year we went digital may have been 2006. So everything, the preference was to shoot it on slides. So the reason is because the slides were duplicated and sent to news media, for them to reproduce it. And what I would do, since there's only like 36 exposures on a roll of film, and if you do it right, you can get 37. And I was limited to like 40 rolls of film because of the budget. So 40 rolls of film over 6 days because we had 3 days. It's not like each weekend like now we have 4. And 2 nights of night concerts. So with all of that, you have to be pretty precise in your exposure and in what you want to do. But it's important that I put the captions on there so that we know in the future who's in the photograph.
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
saying, oh, I know that that meant nothing because you have people in other places within the organization who have to use the pictures so that they know.
wow, I mean, this is incredible. We have Fats Domino. Let's see who else. The Neville Brothers. Widespread Panic. You are, the festival archivist, it seems. Actually, in the 80s, I believe it was the 80s, you had taken this picture. Tell me about this poster.
Right. That's the advertising poster, which was distributed around town to venues that sold music and to hotels, places of accommodation. This is how that came about. I was employed at Michoud Assembly Facility, NASA, in the 80s, and the space shuttle exploded. So I knew I was going to be out of a job. And so knowing that, I tried, to get my work shown. And I saw, over the years, I knew that the Jazzfest would have a poster using photographs. So I called them up. Now, prior to that, in the 70s, I had shown my work to a guy named Tom Varisco. He's the one who designed
the poster,
the logo.
Or the logo, okay.
He's a graphic designer. When I showed my work to Anna Zimmerman, she said Tom had spoken highly about me, and she gave me the assignment to shoot the picture that was used on the advertising poster.
Wow. I mean, you have watched a lot of these artists who have come back for years. I mean, even this year, Stevie Nicks is back for another Jazz Fest. What is it like to watch the evolution of, Trombone Shorty? You had one of the first pictures of him. How is it to watch these people?
It's very interesting to watch the artists over time. Of course, not all of them that have shot in the past are here. And the other thing is to watch the people who come to the festival also. The look of the people has changed over the years.
How so?
A lot of tattoos now.
Yeah.
Fashion changes, and that's, pretty slow. Also, sometimes you can look at my picture and see from the way the people are dressed what decade it was, but not so much so as far as the body adornment, I would say. With the artists, the music has changed locally. You have bounce music, which is New Orleans, and you have generations of the same families continuing the music. Like Trombone Shorty is the Andrews family, which is pretty big, Generations of the Nevilles, have successfully come to the festival also. That's what makes New Orleans, I think, distinct as a music city compared to, say, Detroit and Memphis. Detroit is known for the Motown sound, and Memphis, the Stack sound. But I'm not saying, I don't want to say this to be negative about those two cities, but we haven't had from Detroit descendants of the people who created the Motown sound still creating a sound, even though it doesn't have to be the Motown sound, as we know in the 60s, but we don't have those families doing that, as far as I know. And the same in Memphis. We don't have the continuum of the Memphis sound. But New Orleans, we do have the families that keep it going, and that's what's makes our festival different from.
And you can really see that in your pictures. I mean, you're following legacies of people for generations. And I think that you have an amazing perspective of how this festival has changed and, you know, what it looks like to kind of bring in more people from outside of New Orleans. I'm sure that has been amazing to watch. Well, I want to thank you so much for giving us some insight into all of these amazing pictures that you have captured. It's great to talk to you, and I'm excited to see you out in the fairgrounds.
Can I just see that for a minute? Because I haven't seen those pictures in decades. See what we have here. Yeah, that's put the number on the slide so that it'll be easy for us to know. This number here is 499. That's April. That's the 99, not necessarily the roll of film. That's a 16 photograph. Yeah. All of that, golly. The Lady Prince of Wales.
Wow. I mean, you have really...
Quint Davis in a parade.
That's crazy. What's it like to, you know, you have so much here to look, wow.
Yeah, this is the parade in tribute to Al Hurt. Yeah. Look at that Quint all up in there. But Wanda Roseanne.
It's kind of like you're looking back at a journal, you know? Like, it seems like you remember these moments very clearly. Would you say that that's true?
I do. And I have notebooks. I kept notes as I was taking the pictures of what I was photographing. Yeah.
Wow.
The food shots, golly. That's, you know, you say it's too much. It's too much for me. Yeah, I'm glad to have this because if had this been at my house, Katrina would have destroyed this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bradford's T-shirts crafts.
Well, we're very lucky to be able to talk to you and get an inside scoop on what it's like to document this festival.
Right.
So thank you so much, Gerard.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Chelsea Shannon.
And I'm Julia Gelbo.
And we're reporters with NOLA.com.
We're out here having a drink at Liuza's. It's the perfect place to celebrate after a festival when, you know, maybe you want to keep the party going. You want to come. My favorite after festival treat is a Bloody Mary. I really love all of the pickled vegetables that they put in it. Great way to get your electrolytes. And to keep drinking if you like that too.
And if you want, you can add a drop of Crystal, which they throw their little porch fest over here.
They do. And we all know Crystal is the best hot sauce. That's probably controversial. I don't know if I should say all that, but I think it is. While you're here, you can also stop and get some food. They have plenty of po' boys and sandwiches. We're about to go pick one up, and we'll take you along with us. God, I love this. It's like drinking hot sauce.
We have gumbo barbecue shrimp, gator po' boys, and boudin eggplants.
Can we get a gator po' boy?
Yes.
Yeah. How big are they? Okay.
We'll take one this big if you've got it.
Now that we got our gator po' boy, can we go ahead and eat?
Yes. We need to eat now. It's been a long day, and we're ready. Yeah, get in there. We tried out the gator po' boy. As you can see, it's kind of a gator sausage situation. There's some banana peppers on top. And what's the sauce, Chelsea? What do you got?
It tastes like your classic little mixed sauce with a little relish in there. Like a Russian sauce. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like a Russian dressing.
Really good. Mmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a hot dog, but way more elevated. Mm-hmm. They'd probably be offended at knowing that I called it a hot dog.
Yeah, it's a gator sausage roll.
But it's really good. Okay, I'm just saying in the idea of eating it, you know. But the bread is really soft, and it's awesome. And you guys should try one too.
In my Louisiana, jazz has a way of making me sway.
Cajun goes way into the night.
Zydeco is the only way to move me. That's right.
In my Louisiana, blues is a way of life.
When you find your Louisiana, you feed your soul.
Hey, Damon Singleton here with a man that needs no introduction, Barry Kern. It's good to see you, sir.
Good to see you.
So we're talking about just a lot of different things, and what I want to start with is Mardi Gras. How was the last Mardi Gras for you?
It was great. It was the biggest one, biggest one ever in terms of participants and people on the streets. It was a great success for the city and a great success for the celebration. I mean, Mardi Gras just continues to grow. It's really interesting.
Yeah, we're just talking about how much it's grown and how large the number of riders have become.
Yeah. In fact, that's something that we're working on with the police all the time in terms of how to make it more efficient, less breakdowns. Because what's happened is that really in the last 25 years, Mardi Gras has almost tripled from 13,500 riders to this past year over 34,000 people just in New Orleans. That's just in Orleans Parish for the city parades. That doesn't count what's going on in Jefferson and St. Bernard and Homa and everywhere else.
Baton Rouge,
everywhere else. Thibodeau.
That is amazing how much it's grown, and the economic impact has got to be.
Yeah, well, the impact. I mean, we were the last 2 years ago. The last time we did the study, it was at $1 billion, and I feel it's even more than that now because we had better attendance and better occupancy at the hotels this past year. So, it's not just that weekend either, right? You've got people. First of all, this is the only place in the world where there's actually companies that build floats. That's one thing. One of the only places. I mean, you don't go in other towns. You got multiple. There's actually 9 different businesses that are in the Mardi Gras building float business. In the New Orleans area.
Wow.
Obviously, we're the big company, but it's an industry here, that employs a lot of people. You got, artists, float painters, and sculptors, and gold leafers, and people that make flowers, and carpenters and welders, and then you got a whole fleet of hundreds of tractors that have to be worked on year round to be ready for those 2 weeks a year that all that stuff comes out and gets on the move.
I would imagine that this is like the perfect place to have that kind of business, to be building floats, especially with all those people who are contributing.
Yeah, well, and it's you have so many people that are part of it. But then think about all the people that it takes, like when all the balls and the events and the parties, and I mean, I know my wife does not wear the same dress to multiple different balls. So the people that are selling the dresses, or people are getting their hair done and fingernails done, and they're staying at a hotel downtown, and they're going to have dinner. They're going to take Ubers because they don't want to drive, the car.
Yeah, it sounds like we're married to the same person. That's amazing.
Yeah, so there's so many different facets that go into it. Businesses that are making the throws and designing the throws and loading the floats, and the Delgado baseball team loads most of the floats, like for Endymion loads the baseball team, and they make their money that they use to go travel on trips and do different things. They were just down in Disney World, and they make they actually make all the money to save up for their trip, apparently, off of loading the Endymion floats. So it's interesting how it kind of it goes a little bit everywhere. And of course, we're working on floats year round. It's a year round business, and we're now exporting it. This last weekend we were in San Antonio for the Fiesta, and we did. I think about 70 barges on the river. There's a river parade.
Really?
So we decorate barges, and so it looks like floats going down the river.
So you send people there to
yeah,
to
we
do
send
that
a whole
work?
team of people there. Are there for several weeks. We take about a month right after Mardi Gras, putting everything together, getting it all ready. Then we put it in trucks. We bring it over there, set it up. And so that's what they're doing. We have another group right now working on floats that are going to all the Six Flags theme parks around the country. Breaking down Universal Studios, they do a Mardi Gras.
That's
so
amazing.
a lot of people, Mardi Gras is becoming mainstream. I mean, a lot of people around the country are copying New Orleans. So I think if they see the facsimile of it, they're going to want to come see the real thing.
Man, oh man. And so what are you looking forward to Mardi Gras wise in the near future?
Well, I mean, Mardi Gras, the one thing I'll tell you is the reason why I believe that there's growth is that Mardi Gras continues to change every year. And, as our business changes, as we're doing work for people like Disney and Universal, whatever the latest and greatest ideas are, we go to our customers and say, hey, do you want to implement this into your parade? What can we do? And then to make something new and different and it sets the next bar for whatever people are going to be wanting to see on floats and do on floats, lighting systems, special effects. We're doing a lot of animation now that we haven't done, but it's like really, very, very, like this water parade. With the water parade, we just designed a water parade that sprays water on the guests for these theme parks during the summer. And it gets so hot out there, they're looking for something that would be kind of fun. But those are complicated floats. Each float's got like 5,000 gallons of water. Well, 5,000 gallons of water weighs, that's 8 pounds a gallon. So that is a significant. You're talking about, 5 tons, 10 tons of just weight. Mm-hmm. It's really complicated. So you've got people that are working on, programming and all that stuff. There's all sorts of dials and
I'm amazed at the floats that I see moving down St. Charles on Mardi Gras Day and throughout the whole season.
Think about
you guys do an incredible job.
And now, when I was a kid, floats had 12 people on them.
Yeah.
And then I remember when they built them, they were 24 people, and now the average float carries 64 persons. And and all the growth has happened, frankly, in the last 25 years. Most of the growth has happened in the female clubs.
Yeah.
Have just exploded. And that's why, look, Mardi Gras is just another piece of the puzzle of who we are as New Orleans, right? Just like this Jazzfest, French Quarter Fest, all these festivals and events make us who we are, and frankly make us, New Orleans is a real place, right? I go all over the world, and everybody, you say New Orleans, people smile.
Yeah.
And they think of our music, they think of our food, they think of our culture of Mardi Gras, they think about Indians, Mardi Gras Indians,
Yeah.
they think about some people, the parades that we see down in the Mardi.
Yeah, it's amazing how people around the world know
marching groups,
all about New Orleans. Well, I tell you what, Barry Kern, thank you so much for your time here today. It's been fascinating to hear about Mardi Gras and how it's grown. Appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So you like things curated with a little extra care? Good. This city doesn't do ordinary. It does unforgettable. A little indulgence? Of course, you've earned it. Culture? We wrote the book. Where dinner is more than a meal, it's an experience. And music? Oh, it finds you. This is New Orleans, curated for you. Get started at NOLA.com.
I'm exhausted. What an incredible run it has been. That officially concludes our final broadcast for Jazzfest 2026. We want to extend a massive thank you to Ian, Jill, and Laura for keeping us fed with crawfish sacks and Vaucresson sausage. And to the wonderful folks at La Uses by the track for capping off our evening perfectly. And a special thanks to our sponsors, Explore Louisiana, who invites you to feed your soul by planning your next Louisiana trip at explorelouisiana.com. And New Orleans & Company, who have curated your next NOLA visit at neworleans.com. To all of our viewers, thank you for experiencing the magic of the festival with us all weekend long. Rest up, have a great night, and we'll see you next year. For now, we leave you with the sights and sounds of Louisiana.